can't believe we've been in quarantine for 9 months now.
I know, right? It's crazy to think all the way back to March. It's almost like a whole year. Wonder how much has changed since then.
Well, you're in luck, because I know just about everything. Hi, my name is Alan, and this is Alan Knows Everything.
Wait, we're on TV?
Well, technically YouTube, because this is a project for my INQ class at 7. So what would you like to learn about first? I can tell you a lot has changed since the fateful day, March 13th.
Well, I mean, I lost my job in March, so I guess what I'm wondering is, how have other people's jobs been affected by coronavirus?
You're not alone in losing your job. Many people have lost their jobs in Connecticut. Nearly 200,000 people have lost their jobs so far due to the pandemic.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think that many people were impacted by coronavirus.
Today, it does not stop there. At its highest, the unemployment rate rose to 10.2% in July.
How else were people's jobs impacted?
About 512,000 people in Connecticut have filed for benefits so far. People are still applying today.
Man, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, I bet they had trouble paying their bills.
But you're right. Some people did not start collecting unemployment benefits until 2 months after filing, while some people got lucky and started collecting it within a week or so.
Did COVID-19 affect your job?
So COVID-19 affected my job because we ended up shutting down because we were scared that we wouldn't be able to afford staying open during the pandemic because people were taking out their kids. Oh, and I work at a daycare, so they were taking out their kids. And the prices for supplies like gloves and stuff were going up, so we probably wouldn't be able to afford all of that.
Did you apply plus get unemployment benefits?
Yeah, I did apply for unemployment, but it took like a couple of months or a couple of weeks, I don't really remember, for me to even get them. So then once I did get the money, it all came at once, but then I was behind on bills because I couldn't afford it because we shut down.
How did you feel about going back to work during the pandemic?
At first I was like nervous, but then once we started working like more and I felt better about it. I didn't feel like scared. It kind of became normal, I guess.
How do you feel now working in a doctor's office during COVID?
Well, in the dentist's office, we always have to wear the N95 masks, which are pretty like rough to deal with all day long. They really kind of hurt your face. Then it's just more precautions, like, you know, you stay pretty clean and you try to keep everything pretty clean, but you definitely have to be really careful, like extremely careful now, because you never know, like being in somebody's mouth, it's pretty high risk. You have to wear a lot more stuff now, like surgical gowns, and we always have to have a face shield on, which we used to not really have to wear face shields and surgical gowns and extra gowns, and it's a lot. It's pretty hard, but yeah.
That certainly is tough, and you could tell it had a massive impact on jobs. I wonder what else it had an impact on.
The virus has had a major impact on people's health and lifestyle.
How have people's daily life and health changed?
Many people are a lot less active due to the quarantine and are choosing to eat a lot of fast food, especially teens. 1/3 of teens in America eat fast food every single day. Instead of eating fast food, we should prepare whole foods at home, which are a lot more healthier and cost efficient.
Yeah, it just seems much easier to do.
Although it may be easier and more time efficient, eating a lot of fast food can cause a lot of health problems, such as a weakened immune system, which can make it a lot easier for you to catch the virus and a lot harder for your body to fight it off.
And why is that?
Yeah, and why is that?
Well, you see, our gut carries 90% of our immune system. And if we do not eat healthy, then our gut won't be healthy, and in turn, our immune system will be weak. And if we have a weakened immune system, it'll make it a lot harder to fight off things like the virus.
Well, how can we eat healthier to keep our immune system strong?
Start by avoiding ultra-processed foods and meal prepping at home, and eating a lot of whole foods such as fresh vegetables, a lot of fresh fruits, and lean meats.
Switching back on how it impacts jobs, how are nurses impacted by this and affected by it, since they were the ones that people had to go to?
Well, Well, first, nurses had to adjust and change the protocol pretty much daily. They received emails every day about how the coronavirus was evolving.
Wow, that's a lot. Were there any other transitions?
Yes, nurses are required to wear a face shield, goggles, and a mask when treating patients ever since COVID-19 started.
So they all had to go through change to keep everyone safe?
Yes, indeed. Nurses not only had to change and adjust, but they were also affected mentally.
How so?
Nurses who worked through the pandemic had so much stress and anxiety that it affected their mental health in a very negative way. They also had to worry about catching the virus.
Nurse, that is a lot to think about. Since the outbreak in March, they had to learn about the dangers of the disease and change the equipment they had to use.
You are absolutely correct, because they did have to change the way they worked to keep everyone safe and healthy.
Well, it is interesting to learn how everyone was affected in Connecticut by the pandemic.
Yeah, from the workers, the young people, and even the nurses.
Especially the nurses. After all, they're the ones helping people recover from COVID and fighting this pandemic.
It is important to remember that everyone has been affected by the virus. But I'm glad that you all learned a lot today. Thank you folks for watching Alan Ruins Everything. Corona Edition.